Puff or pass? That's right, y'all. Puff or pass. Y'all know what we do in this segment. I'm gonna give out a couple of topics here, some burning topic that's been going on recently, and from there, we're gonna decide whether or not we want to puff on it or if we want to pass on that topic. So first and foremost, bro, Ben Simmons. We're gonna start with Ben Simmons, bro. You want to puff or pass?
Ben, we could puff for a little bit. Ben's acting like a bitch.
Hey, full disclosure. Just for the viewers. Hey, Ben Simmons, the point guard for the Philadelphia 76ers. He recently has decided with NBA.
He decided to throw a bitch fit. He decided to throw a bitch fit.
He had a very rough. He had a rough NBA playoffs. And unfortunately, he is looking to not be with the team anymore because of the backlash that he received from his play. So, DPounc, your thoughts on this as Ben Simmons has forfeited up to this point $8.2 million by not showing up to NBA training camps. Sir, your thoughts?
I mean, I said what I said. Like, Ben Simmons is acting real light skin right now. For real, man. That's how you know this nigga not from the United States. He's in Australia. Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Simmons, get off of your bitch fit, yo. You get paid to do a job. Do your fucking job. Simple and plain. Like if another team wants you, and you know, and they show interest, and the trade is like that, then you know, they can go to another team. It looks like you don't have that option though. Ben, do your fucking job. Now, I hate to be like the white lady, like the white lady told LeBron, but shut up and dribble.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh man, you hitting it with the shut up and dribble, my guy. Come on, bro. Nah, nigga. Now you going a little too far with that one. But no, I definitely he is on a bitch tantrum right now where he is definitely on some other shit where I feel as if, like, I wouldn't call it light skin syndrome, but he is definitely on some entitlement type shit. Like, he's definitely feeling too entitled, and he hasn't won anything. He's not proven himself as an offensive player. Yeah, he hasn't really proven himself outside of, you know, and not getting too deep into the game, but I mean, he's a good defensive player, but he's not great. He can't be, you know, he's not gonna get you buckets. He's not gonna score points. You know what I'm saying? So
clutch player, he's not any of that.
No.
Like, bro, you got a $200 million contract, bro. $200 million, 200 M's.
Yeah, man. He got 4 years left on that. Yeah, 4 years left on that.
Bro, he didn't deserve 200 M's.
But he got it from where he stood because he is an all-star. He does, you know, he has led them to the playoffs.
Not anymore.
Like that. But
not anymore.
At this point,
he was an all-star. He was an all-star. Not anymore.
I like that as a player. I do like, man. I think he just needs to get into a different situation at this point. But he's getting about it.
You don't think he should stay with Philly?
No. I think his time in Philly is over. I don't think he should stay in Philly. I think Philly should let him go. Just because at this point, they don't want to because they're not getting anything in return that they should. And
value.
Of value, exactly. And that's because of him. Okay, it's because of him. It's because of his play. And
they might as well trade him off for a couple draft picks, bro.
Might as well.
You know what I'm
saying? But they're in win now mode.
Huh?
I said they're in win now mode, so that's the problem. Like they need something really heavy in return. But we'll see. But the other NBA news, since we're kind of already on the topic of the NBA here, shout out to LeBron James. Recently, he has came out with the NBA season coming into play with training camps, everything. In the recent media day interview he did, confirmed that he is vaccinated. And for all those who don't know, LeBron James was very critical of the vaccine when it first started out. However, with regulations, more education, things on that, he did decide to go ahead and get vaccinated. Now, with that being said, with his influence and with his, I would say, first of all, do you want to puff or pass before I go any further with that? LeBron James, do you want to puff or pass, sir?
I mean, we can talk about it. We're on NBA right now, so we can do it.
Hey, well, with that being said, LeBron is being pressured now by those same folks who look back on him being critical of the vaccine then and how it affected or impacted some people's decision to get it. Now that he is vaccinated, they feel as if that he should push the narrative for people to be vaccinated. DPounc, your thoughts around this, sir?
Again, shut up and dribble.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's not LeBron's place. Y'all done told LeBron to shut up and dribble. You know what I mean? When he came out and talked about social issues that were going on before. But no, I mean, that's not his place. He's not. Why? That's not LeBron's job at all to influence anybody to get vaccinated or whatever. LeBron made the choice to do what he did for himself and his family, which I respected. I mean, I am vaccinated, you vaccinated, you know what I mean? We did what we did for our family or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not LeBron's place to push Americans to get vaccinated. He's not. I mean, I know that he is a role model. He, and he does have like that. He does have that influence on people, but that's not his social responsibility. I can see if that may be the NBA's social responsibility, but it's not LeBron's.
I agree. He just like everybody has a decision to make for themselves. It was his decision. He made it. He did it. That's all he can do. Like, there shouldn't be anything else outside of that, other than his example. I think that's probably the bare minimum that he should give is his example.
That's all he owes me. Honestly, he don't even owe people that, for real.
Exactly. And that's where I was going to get at too. Like, he doesn't even owe him that, but yet still, it kind of comes with the territory of being a celebrity. Like, your example is always going to be out there. So
niggas ain't looking at Draymond Green for his to give his opinion on people getting vaccinated. Why LeBron?
Because Draymond going to talk that shit. That's why.
You know what I mean?
That's why they're pushing Melo.
Why they ain't pushing Melo to do it? You know what I mean?
Or somebody like that. Yeah. No, I feel you. It's not on any of them. Because the thing is, I'm not gonna get vaccinated because of LeBron.
No, I would never do it. And if I did, then I'm a fucking fool.
Exactly. Right. Get informed, make the decision for yourself. So I agree. Well, other than that, R.KELLY gets convicted, man. Wow.
Okay.
He gets convicted. You want to puff or pass, man?
We can talk about it a little bit. We can tap it.
Puff on it. Well,
did you hear some of the things that he did?
Oh, bruh, like the trial, man, dog. So, I ain't gonna lie. I was paying attention like almost daily, listening to some of the details about some of the stuff.
They made him out to be a monster.
He is a monster.
Like,
if any of that shit is true, which at this point with him being convicted, it's seen as true. Yeah, he's a monster. He's a legit horrible human being. For the shit
I feel like Kelly, he had a pass. Like, they gave him a pass years ago. They gave him a pass for the exact same shit, and you went back and continued doing the exact same thing over and over again.
Get worse.
Yeah, exactly. Did you hear about the girl who said that he flew out there and had her locked in the room for 2 days, and she had to beg to go to the bathroom, and then he didn't feed her, and by the time he finally did feed her, like, it was something in her food and she got knocked out, and then she woke up. When she finally woke up to him zipping up his pants and then just dipping.
Mm-hmm.
This, like, grotesque.
Grotesque, bro. Like, I don't think there's really a word for it. To be honest with you. Like, and the thing is, man, look, as a man, you don't got to do that.
Nah.
You don't have to do that.
As a celebrity, you don't have to do that. As a celebrity, you don't have to do that. Women are throwing themselves at you, man. Everybody trying to fuck for clout. Like, that's the thing.
So I don't know. It was something definitely just not clicking with your boy, man. And he's just off. Like
didn't they say they compared him to? Didn't his lawyer compare in the closing statements comparing to Martin Luther King and who else? Malcolm X, and it was somebody else.
I didn't hear that.
Yes.
I didn't hear all that shit.
Yeah. They said that man was and Jesus. That's what it was. They compared him to Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Jesus. They said he was persecuted like this. All right.
Oh gosh, man. Whatever. Now the whole thing about him being persecuted as being a black man and all of that stuff. Now, that's a whole nother discussion. Do I think that this was probably heightened even to another level now because he's black? Me personally, no. I feel like it just be the shit that he.
I think it's just the times. Honestly, I think it's not because he's a black man. I think in this Me Too era, that if it was fucking Ashton Kutcher, you know what I'm saying, it would be the exact same thing. Like he would get persecuted the same way. I don't think race played a factor in this one at all. Yeah, I mean, it was the details of this shit. Hearing the details from this shit right here, it was just like, yo, this nigga it's really something wrong with him. Like, it's really, really something wrong with him.
And then he still doesn't think he did anything wrong at this point. Even when you're convicted, like, he still doesn't think he did anything wrong.
I don't honestly. I see why he didn't. Why he hasn't. I understand why he hasn't kind of like admitted to things, or or like caved in, because I mean he does have other cases coming up too. So I mean, if you cop to this right here, all this shit is going to be used against you for your next trial. So if you admit to this, it's going to be. So I get why he did it.
I feel you. All right. Well, to be continued, because like you said, there's more charges, more states, and
Fed charges, state charges, like Kelly. I mean, Kelly's done. Bro, did you see? Do me a favor. Google R. Kelly's net worth. Google it right now.
It's negative. Wow. Oh shit. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, now this is according to Cinejola.tv. R. Kelly net worth, according to Forbes, in 2021, he lost a lot of his money due to legal issues, and hence his net worth today is negative $2 million.
Bang, bang, bang.
It is a shocking number, and however, it is the current scenario of Kelly's total assets. He lost many essentials in his life due to the political controversy. If we assume that R. Kelly had no legal storms throughout his career, his net worth following today's scenario would have reached 50 to 100 million. But he is in the negative $2 million. Wow.
You're worth more than R. Kelly.
Yeah. I am.
How do you feel?
The Varius is worth more than R. Kelly. Yeah.
They're too.
All right. Well. Hey. Well, to be continued on that situation. Next up on the list here, BMF. New BMF show came out on Stars. You want to puff a pass on it, sir?
Okay. We'll talk about it a little bit. I
like
thought it was. It's not a power.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's slow. I mean, 2 episodes in, it's slow. But I mean, I know you got to build up character development, all that good shit. But I watch it because I just want something to watch. I'd rather sit here and talk about Squid Games than BMF.
Yo, Squid Games, nigga. Squid Games. Yo, real quick on BMF though. I like the show. I like the fact of where they're going with it. It's a story, like you said, character development, all that stuff. They're telling a really long story, so it's gonna drag a little bit. I do like it. I like some of the acting and what I'm seeing so far. So to be continued on that. Now, Squid Games, nigga.
Bro,
like
from
bro, I'm
episode
not
one,
done yet.
from red light, green light, nigga. From red light, green light.
Bro. And what's crazy was player one. My man, the old man, he was sitting there, he was like, hey, I'm about to get up in this game. Like, I'm about to make it. Like, he was like, fuck y'all. They said they told y'all don't move, nigga. Like nah, that shit, that's a great show, man. I actually, like I said, I haven't gotten to the very end just yet, but it's a good one. It's a good one for sure.
I seen a meme that said this nigga want to be everything but a good dad.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bruh. Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you now. The funniest shit I've seen about that show so far was somebody posted. So with the cookie shit, right?
Yeah.
So they was like, so with that, a hood Squid Game, the perfect one would be get a dry ass backwood and try to roll a blunt with this shit.
Bang, bang, bang.
In 2 minutes, they said try to do that shit. That's hard. Take a dry ass backwood and some weed and try to roll that shit.
I seen somebody do they did a parody of black Squid Games, and so for game 5, basketball, and so all the black people they ready, you know what I mean? You got the white people and they're practicing. Man, that shit was funny as hell, bro. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes. Send me that. Well, yes, and if you ain't seen Squid Games yet, watch that. That is like that.
I mean, we ain't told too much of it, for real. Yeah.
We didn't. Not much. We didn't say, but we talked about some.
We said red light, green light. That's what we said.
Yeah.
We didn't say what happened.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But other than here, we got Lil Fizz, who just recently apologized at a recent event to his former B2K band member Omarion for dating his baby mama, April Jones.
Didn't he have a baby with her? They had a baby.
You know what? Did they have a baby? I don't know. Did they have a baby? Oh wow, interesting. So that's a whole nother layer. You want to puff and pass, sir?
Pass.
No parts to that shit.
Oh man, we can't be cool. My baby mom.
No, not at all. Total violation. Now, as far as the next up here, what we have, rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, former The Wire star Omar. Oh my goodness, man.
Omar Little, man. That hurt.
I mean, hey man, puff and pass, sir. No puff and pass.
I mean, we get it, but
word. So, what's your thoughts on it, man?
I mean, that was a big one, man. I think he was up for like a Emmy too. Now, of course, he didn't get it because the voting had ended before he died. But yeah, I mean, that was a big one. He was great. But yeah, I mean, what was it, bad heroin?
I think so. Yeah, the fentanyl.
Yeah, bro, I gotta leave that fentanyl alone, bro. I mean, this shit not safe out here. The streets ain't safe at all.
The thing is that what people aren't realizing about this whole drug issue is that just like everything else in the world, it is, they're kind of running out a little bit of it, like to the point where it's like that's why they're using fentanyl.
It's just really cheaper. Like people are cutting it because people cut it with fentanyl because it's cheap. Like it's cheap and it gets you just as high. It's not, but it's fucking deadly. In small doses, it's fucking deadly.
Right. Don't fuck with it, y'all. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I understand that addiction is a real thing, but just be mindful. That goes a little bit back to what your boy, I can't think of his name, the guy that got a lot of heat for saying that, you know, drugs should be legal and shit, right? The doctor that came out about that, he was basically saying that this was his reason why, because so if it is legal to some extent, or some type of process is put in place where people can test their drugs, then that would save a lot more lives. Like if there was a way that people could get whatever that they wanted and be able to test that shit, make sure that they don't have whatever it has in it, that would kind of help the thought process too.
That, but in my opinion, man, like I totally agree with that. I think if it's not, if I'm not mistaken, it's Oregon, where they have places that give you that you know, you can do your drugs. They have needles, you know what I mean, clean needles, so you're not worried about using dirty needles, catching all that shit. But in the grand scheme of things, addiction is a disease. We're penalizing people for a disease that they have. Like, we should more so be looking to rehabilitate than lock people up for a disease. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying it should be legal to sell drugs, like, you know, just on the block type shit. But I think that we shouldn't penalize like people for user amounts of drugs. You know what I mean? Like you can't have a break on you, but I mean, if you have like a, you know what I mean, you got a little dope on you, all right. Like if that's just some shit that you're using, like, you know, okay, take their drugs, boom. But people shouldn't be in jail behind it.
No, I agree to 100%, man. I think that there's a lot more that needs to go into the reform around this, and you know, we lost a great one. We lost a good one for the culture, man. We cut behind this, and you know, big ups to the family. You know, prayers to them, anybody, you know, close to them, and so forth. So to be continued on that.